Good day, good day, good day. Welcome back to 340 Caribbean Culture. Today gonna be a very easy day. It's not in-depth recipe, but it takes a little time between the fridge and doing what you do. We're making some meatballs, okay? We got some 80/20 ground beef and we got some ground pork, okay? You can just go in with the ground pork by itself, or you can just go in by the meat by itself, the ground beef by itself, or combination. Doesn't really matter. It's your choice what you want to do. Okay? Like everything that we do, we start with clean hands. Okay? As usual, I always keep some bleach water right here and just give my hand a quick little wash, which I already did before, but hey, it is what it is. Right. I'm gonna go in with some onion powder. Doesn't really matter the brand, just some onion powder. Going in with some black pepper. We're going in with some complete seasoning. Going in with some garlic powder. Going in with some garlic and herb. We're going in with some seasoned salt. Going in with a little bit of W sauce or Worcestershire sauce. Not a whole lot. Going in with a little bit of A1. Once you go in with the A1, then it's time to go in with the natural seasoning, okay? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna blend that up, all right? All right, I got my chopper right here. I'm not chopping nothing up with a knife today. I'm gonna take this bad boy. I'm gonna bend it in half, and it's going straight in. Of course, you know I got my onions and peppers. It was frozen. This is roughly a half of a pepper. That's roughly a half a pepper right there. I'm going in with 3/4 of an onion. Nothing fancy, just give it a rough chop. I already washed this bad boy. I got some garlic here, very small garlic. thought about it. I'm actually gonna plant that, so I'm not gonna cut it yet. We're gonna go with like 4 pegs of garlic. We're going 4 pegs of garlic, and we're going with you know what? I'm not gonna go with olive oil. I'm just going with a tad bit of liquid, a little bit of water. Zion, can I use your little bowl? As you can tell, it's gonna be more than what we need. Nothing wrong with saving it. Take this bad boy. I'm gonna dump in some. Not the whole thing, just some. All right, we'll be back in a few seconds. We're gonna start mixing this up. Going in with some breadcrumb. You can use plain breadcrumb or seasoned breadcrumb. Doesn't really matter the brand. Going in with that's like a half a cup of breadcrumb. And just give it a mix. What I normally would do is after I done mix it in, I'll let it sit in the refrigerator for a little bit, and then I'll take a little piece of it and I'll put it in the air fryer just to make sure the flavors are where I want it to be. That's cool. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cover this over and I want to place it in the refrigerator for maybe a half an hour or so. And then I'll commence to making the meatballs. All right, it's been approximately 30 minutes. I took it out the refrigerator. I just wanted to see where I'm at. I'm gonna go in now with some eggs. I got 2 eggs. All right, but in with 2 eggs, and I'm gonna go in with a little bit of milk. I put it in the refrigerator so that it'll tighten up a little bit. I need to see where I'm at with the breadcrumbs, and with it sitting for a little bit, it's gonna suck up the moisture. I guess today's a messy day. My hands has a little bit of water in it. Oh yeah. I'm going a little more breadcrumb. I want to make sure when I added the breadcrumbs and everything else, they won't be dry. So that's why I went in first and put it in the refrigerator so it'll sit there and suck up what's there, and I'll see how much more I need. That's fine right there. All right, I'll be back in a few. All right, guys, what I did, I put some in the air fryer. Well, I put one in the air fryer just so I can make sure that all of my measurements are okay. Okay. Oh, good. I'm gonna go in. Yeah, I'm go anything else? Mm, not really. That's good. You can jazz this up a little more with a little Parmesan cheese, and I tell you, that's nice. I have me a little ice cream scoop. I'm gonna take some. See, more or less be even. Now you can just pinch off little pieces and do it the way you want to do it. But at least with this way, you know all your meatballs are basically the same size, weighing the same thing, and the cook time will be around the same. Okay. Take these. I'm gonna just roll these. They ain't gotta be perfect. When I finish with this, I'm gonna stick it back in the refrigerator for a little bit. Grab and roll. Quick, easy, and simple. And this recipe is almost halfway to how I do my burgers, but I don't put any. I don't put any breadcrumb in my burgers. But I do put quite a bit more seasoning because basically it's gonna stand alone. The meatballs more or less gonna go into a sauce. All right, and this is what they look like. Okay, you can fry these. You can put them in the oven. You can put them in the air fryer. Any way you want to cook them, more power to you. Me, I love to cook them in the air fryer. But I'm gonna fry some up and I'm gonna put some in the air fryer. Okay? I'm gonna stick these back in the refrigerator. All right, guys. I put a little oil inside of a pan. This is actually my wok. It's a different shape from what normally people would consider a wok, but it is a wok. I use some vegetable oil. You don't need a pan full because a lot of this oil I'm gonna discard it anyway. Best to use a non-stick pan to do this. Okay. You don't want a rapid heat. It's not hot, hot, but it's hot enough. And crank it up and then bring it back down. But I don't want it cooked too fast. Now your meatballs don't have to be a perfect shape, but as round as you can get them. You're gonna let these cook down. You don't want it 100% cook, or that's not your goal, I should say. But you want them halfway cooked. But your objective is to brown them. Just going in and you're flipping them. You can keep flipping them until they get nice and golden, or has a nice crust on it, whichever way you want it. Here we go again. We're just checking them for color. They're gonna continue to cook in the sauce, so you're not killing yourself. I'm just trying to make sure that all sides are nicely colored. That's nice right there. All right, y'all, to save some time, what I did, I put a few in the air fryer. These are going to continue to cook when you put them in the sauce. Get them nice and tender. By no means am I saying that they're tough, because they're really not. That side a little more brown. Turn that off, let the residual heat brown that up. All right, guys, I got rid of the oil that was in there, and I'm going in with a little bit of butter. Just that much. Just enough to brown up some veg. And yes, I left it right there. It's 500 degrees. I'm going with some olive oil. My little cap fell out. Not a whole lot. Because the meat itself has oil in it. Let that heat up and melt the butter. All right, while that's heating up, what I'm gonna do is reach for the vegetables we blended up earlier. That was the peppers, onions, garlic, and scallions. Let that cook down. Crank it up a little more. Now, normally what I would do is make my own tomato sauce, and when it takes a lot of time to make it, you'll have tomatoes and stuff cooking for hours. So what I'm gonna do is go in with tomato sauce cousin. And that's store-bought stuff. Yeah, that's the cousin. And what you're gonna do is make it your own. You notice that one was in a jar. This one is in a can. I'm gonna let that cook down for a bit. Yep. That's why you turn it down. But I had it up to kind of get it up to temp, and I walked away. That's a no-no. It gives you more stuff to clean up. All right, I'm gonna turn this down on low, and I'm gonna let it simmer. When the flavors start to marry, Then I'll go back in and taste it and doctor it up. Until then, just hold up a minute. Give me a few. All right, a few minutes gone by. I had this bad boy here simmering on a real low flame. All I'm trying to do it, Alexa, end timer. All I'm trying to do is just get a feel for what they put inside of their sauce. Yeah. Yeah. Not happening. Not happening. Not happening whatsoever. Going in with some garlic powder. Definitely some onion powder. Some black pepper. I'm going with some complete seasoning. This bad boy needs it. I'm gonna stir this up. And the crazy thing is, even though you go in to the store and you buy this stuff, all of it don't taste bad. This one is the store brand. I'm gonna go in with some garlic and herbs. This one is a store brand, and it is absolutely awful. And this is just some Italian seasoning. With all that stuff in the sauce that look like seasoning. I honestly don't know what they seasoned, but it wasn't this. Seasoned salt. It definitely wasn't this. My God. To be honest, I might as well start from scratch and make my own. Because that is horrible. And I'm not talking about nasty, nasty. I'm just talking about basically they didn't season it. They just brewed the tomatoes and stuff like that and called it a day and called it tomato sauce. Call it pasta sauce. But we gonna get it there. And with all the acid in it, she needs a tad bit of sugar. And sugar cuts the acidity. And that's just like a teaspoon. Now it's starting to taste like something. All right, I'm gonna let this cook down a little bit and let the flavors marry a little more. I'm gonna tell you, it is so important to let your food cook down, your sauces cook down, so that you know what you're getting yourself into. You know, that's a lot better. I honestly don't think it's gonna get any better than that. So what I'm gonna do is start adding in the meatballs, and that would add some more flavor to your pot. Now, remember to keep it on a low flame because what's going to happen now, if you turn it up, she's going to bubble and bubble and bubble, and she's going to pop everywhere. So just keep it on a low setting. Cover it over and just let her simmer. We'll be back. Coming back. It's been going for, 10, 15 minutes on a real low simmer. Giving the flavors a little more time to, like I say, marry each other. And remember, you can't kick it up too high because what's going to happen is the sauce going to start to burn and all that stuff. So you just want to let it take its time and do what it do. Not bad for a can and bottle, but it took a little help getting it here. Sadly, that's the stuff you pay for, you know. I'll be back in a few minutes just to check on it. Coming back to get us another check. It's tomato sauce, y'all. You gotta check it. I got some pasta going, some spaghetti pasta. Not bad, but to be honest, I won't buy it again. And that's my honest truth. Will not buy that again. I prefer to take hours and make my own sauce than to do that again. All right, y'all. Like I said, it's not bad, but my problem is it took too long to get there, and especially for something that you paid for. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of cooking wine, and that's gonna help kick it up a notch. Not a whole lot. Turn this up a little bit and mix that in. My pasta should be done in a few seconds. This would actually take it up a notch, add some more flavors. My wife would tell you straight up, I'm a snob when it comes to food. So you ain't gonna feed him any and everything, So that's exactly what she's gonna tell you. All right, I'll be back in a few. All right, guys, this is my last time going in and checking it, and I allow the alcohol to cook off. Now, cooking wine doesn't have that much alcohol in it, but I made sure all I wanted was just the flavor. That's much better. Much, much better.
Okay, so I done got home. He busy. I'm hungry, so I went and got my food. But I snuck it in a little to-go plate because I ain't got time to wait for him. Look at her. It's
All right,
time.
thank you guys for sticking and staying with us. That was the meatballs. Like I said, I'm not Italian, but I do have to make some good meatballs. Um, to be honest, I went to the store and I grabbed some pasta sauce, and I bought the store brand. Normally, if I buy sauce, I'm gonna buy the name brand. My wife would tell you I'm very picky when it comes to my food, especially making sauces and stuff. Um, that was very disappointing. It's a big store, and I know they don't make the sauce. Somebody else make the sauce and they slap their names on it. But I think they really need to taste it before they do that, because I shouldn't have to do all of that to get it to taste the way it does now. And to be quite honest, I was not gonna put my meatballs in there. I was not gonna put my meatballs in there until I got it tasting the way I wanted it to taste. And like I said, it took too much work to get it to where I wanted it to. I suggest you either make your own sauce. Stuff like this, I think, should be more or less on like a Sunday dinner or somewhere you have time to sit back and let your sauces cook. You know, because it takes hours to make a good sauce, and I think that's what needs to be done. Like I said, I have used the better brands, and I didn't have to do as much as I had to do with this one. But it is what it is. It's a learning experience. It still tastes good, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take an insert of my wife taking her food. Hopefully, because it's tomato sauce. She has stomach issues. Acid may not work too good, but she is a sucker for a good spaghetti. But it is what it is. It turned out absolutely delicious, and after a lot of work, and just look at her face while she's putting out her food, just look at her face. Her face will tell you everything. I remember her. She reminds me of my daughter when she was little. We've taken her to different places or taken her to somebody's house or whatever. You got to let her know, hey, shh, mind your business. Because her face tells it all, and what her face tells you comes out of her mouth. So just look at her face when she served up her food, and to me, it's delicious. You know, like I said, I wouldn't have put my meatballs in there if it wasn't. But anyway, thank you guys for coming back. Please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share the video, and please come back for another video. The next video coming out on what today? One came out today, which is Wednesday, and the next one coming out on Sunday. So stick and stay. Thank you guys. Love you. Till next time. Have a good one.